will be opening with the Paladin.
Oh my goodness, is this
Ebola-tin? It's not good anymore.
It's Ebola-tin.
Well, Sjow has Backstab and Prep and Fan of Knives, so these are
very important
cards, and also you will dash out the cards really fast, so the Divine Favor has not a great impact on the board, and also the Jeeves is like, you know.
Yeah, the thing is, if Savjz just waits for the good sprint, right? If a sprint is played at any point, oh, what a start here for Savjz.
Well met.
Yeah. I wonder if Sjow was expecting this.
Well, he has a perfect hand to answer this type of decks. Farseer,
at the moment, yeah.
Farseer, Sap. Sap is basically just, you know, you Sap the Leper now because that's one of the best targets.
Of course, of course. Oh, drops the... dropping Knife Driller here exposes you to a good backstab.
It's very risky. It backstab Agent, so a Neutron is way better than the Knife Juggler. And you have no value, and you want to squeeze every single point of damage. And look, that's the Agent.
This guy is toast.
Oh, just... Basically, most of the time, this matchup should be heavily favor the Paladin player. But in this case, when you see that kind of draw from Rogue, I don't think that's possible anymore.
Yeah, but then again, it's kind of like playing against Sjow. I feel like Rogue nowadays is still pretty well equipped to deal with Sjow because of the Violet Teachers and the fact that they run even more minions than they used to. I think that really plays a huge role.
That's true.
So he's seen an agent, he might want to play the Knife Juggler, but that means he can't kill that agent right away. I almost like Coghammer a bit more.
But no value from the Coghammer, that's awful.
No, you attack with a 1-2 into the 3-3, then you play Coghammer.
You can't really
re-shield the neutral.
You can't really play value here. You have to deal damage to the face. That's your only option to win. You have to dish the cards as fast as possible, pray for a Divine Favor, draw 6 cards, and then finish your opponent with that. Yeah. It's like... what's the opposite of a vacuum cleaner?
Of what?
Vacuum cleaner. What's the opposite of that?
I don't know.
It feels like that deck is the exact opposite of the vacuum cleaner. It just
a wind blower?
So, yeah, like wind blower. It just blows cards, you know, from the hand, from the deck.
Such value. Well, this is a great turn for Sjow, though, and Savjz is running out of cards really, really quickly. He's gonna need to find something very specific to get anything done here. I'm surprised he didn't backstab the Knife Juggler first, then. If he was gonna go for that line of play. That would have been so much better. And look at this, he's gonna get a perfect clear here. He's gonna be able to kill the 3-2 and the 3-3.
Well, he has to go for that now. Now it's the turn when you go value, I think. Or do you just go with...
full face?
Full face for 7 points of damage? I don't think so, right?
You could go for full face right now with this abusive and the juggler.
But and Sap, Sap is just insanely good against that. Then you can even use the backstab on the newly played Knife Juggler.
Right. So you replenish yourself. So this is like a special tactic. You just sap it, wait for it to come back to board with full health, and then you backstab it.
Pure value.
Also, you could just Blade Flurry here. Look at that. It's also not horrible.
Sjow was thinking of playing the Potted Shredder. I think that was his first thought. But then it looks awful, and you get like 7 points of damage. I don't think you can do this.
Yeah, I think it's a bit
putting the raids on is the correct move. But now he's using the backstab. That's really interesting.
So he wants to set up a Blade Flurry if necessary. Which I find weird. Okay, there's got to be a line of thinking that I'm not seeing. What a pickup for Savjz. He has a 3-4 with Taunt and no sap anymore.
So now the Eviscerate has to be used on the Hobgoblin, because if you use it on the Neutron, you leave the Hobgoblin up. Oh, never mind.
Oh, wow. Talk about a top deck here.
I think that this card might just save Sjow from defeat, you know? It would be really difficult to deal with the Neutron.
I agree.
Blessing of Might, not the card that you want to draw now. So I think you just drop in Hero Power. I mean, drop everything and every single minion and hero power, so you squeeze an additional point of damage and go phase with the weapon, because you have 2 more weapons in your deck. So
how is Sjow gonna get out of this though? Think about that. Like, look at this presence. Oh, well, never mind. What am I even talking about? He's got 2 turns ahead of him now to do this. He should be somewhat safe.
He will get 8 points of damage right now. So if Savjz will draw a Jeeves or a Divine Favor,
yeah,
but he will favor the Jeeves, I think.
Jeeves would be better because you get an extra body on the board, obviously. Yeah, oh wow, Show's trying to attack the 1/1 on the side.
Sjow will get value from the Jeeves too, you know? So that's the point.
Yeah, you don't want to give cards to your opponent, especially not when he's playing cards that could just wipe your board in 1 stroke.
Or 0 mana.
Oh wow, hello Wisp.
Well, you drop it, right?
Do you really have a choice? I mean, you could try to get a 3/3 later, but you're never going to guarantee a second Hobgoblin at this point.
So
you're unlikely to get it.
9 point of damage this turn. That's not bad. Definitely not bad.
I vote to buff the Knife Juggler because if he had the backstab, he would have used it last turn.
What about buffing the Anoitron? He has no stabs left, and if he doesn't have a clear, then he has to attack into the Anoitron first.
If he buffs the daggers and he can attack with his face, take 4, then trade the Shredder away. Yeah, ultimately I think it all boils down to the same thing. Anoitron and Knife Juggler are actually really good targets, both of them. They're both weak to the same backstab you didn't see. If you buff the 1/1, you're exposing yourself to a Blade Flurry without buffs. So maybe that's not optimal. I like the Anoitron. I really like it. That or Juggler.
He goes for the Juggler, I think. Yeah, he went for the Juggler. So he wants to clear the... No, that wouldn't make any sense. You know, the Spectator arrow is sometimes like...
wonky, yeah.
Yeah.
It does what it wants. Oh, wow, what a pickup here. Perfect Blade Flurry for 2. Doesn't even need to use the Tinker Sharp Sword.
That's huge. Because now, most likely you will get a combo next turn for... No, you won't. You don't. You won't have the mana for the dagger. No, never mind.
Yeah, well, he might find something off the top that gives him the win. Now, Savjz needs to find True Silver Champion right now.
Coghammer.
Coghammer will
so
help.
He plays four weapons in his deck.
Yeah, that's a lot.
True Silver Champions, right? So there will be no consecrations, right? But there's also no heal. So if Savjz is running a, let's say, Murloc...
You know, he just needs to top deck True Silver here. Like, he doesn't even need anything else. He could get True Silver Champion, Consecration. It's like, there's so many things.
I don't think he plays Consecration. Minion. And the only charge minion that this Paladin plays is...
Stontas Boar?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
It's not even funny. I think so, he plays that. Like 1.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know. Oh, wait, is that lethal? With Tinkers and Blade Flurry? With the prep actually enabled everything. Yeah, that is it. This is...
No, that's not possible.
It is lethal. It is.
Oh, come on.
It is. It totally is.
Oh,
I promise you.
I wanted to see the draw, you know?
Yeah.
I really wanted to see the draw of the Paladin.
Oh man, this came down to 1 card. It came down to 1 card here.
Ah.
This was really close.
I just wanted to see what would Savjz draw. They could have, like, you know, still let Sjow win, but just to let him draw the 1 card and then concede. Like, bro,
yeah.
I will not kill
him,
you.
Right?
I will not kill you this turn, but you have to concede next turn. But I want to see if you would kill me.
So Savjz is just, he has to be a nice guy, right? Like, good guy Savjz. He has to give, like, just the card draw and then concede.
Mm-hmm. That's what you do when you play the traditional card games, right? You lose.
You know what?
And you get the first card from your deck and see it. Oh, I will have 1.
What I think is that tournament spectator mode at the very end should show you the 2 top cards of the deck. Or at least the top card. When the game is over, it tells you could have drawn this.
Yeah, that's
just
nice
to make you rage even more.
Yeah, it's like the same what I just said with the traditional card games. So
yeah, exactly.
Very, very nice touch for the spectator mode or just tournament mode or whatever.
That'd be
even
awesome.
ladder. It's great just to see the possibilities.
Yeah. So I don't know what Savjz is going to have to do with this Paladin. I mean, this was a pretty okay matchup. Now, Sjow, losing his Rogue because he won with it in a Conquest format, he can't go back to a deck that he won with. He's got Druid and Mage, and that means Savjz has to win versus Druid or Mage with this Paladin aggro deck with Hobgoblins.
Well, it's not bad against any of those, I think. The problem is, because now he will play against Druid.
Yep.
With Paladin. The problem when you play that kind of Paladin against the Druid is the fact that Innervate exists.
Yeah.
And this is the same like with Prep, but this is even worse because the Innervate will build board control and will like decrease the number of cards.
It, right?
Yeah, but also it decreases the amount of cards you have in your hand. So the Divine Favor is basically almost a dead card when the Druid draws like an Innervate, one Innervate, and that's it. Because then he just drops every single minion on board afterwards, and he doesn't have much card in his hand anyway.
Yeah, I think.
But there's an Innervate. Oh wait,
there is going to be an Innervate in Show's hand. We do not see the game yet on stream, but we as casters do. So, I think that's a great point you build up because like Jeeves and Divine Favor rely on you, not forcing your opponent to play on curve and slowly. Fairly slowly, like answer your threats one card at a time and maybe be off curve as far as his plays go so his hand gets filled up, and then you get a good Divine Favor.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wait. Oh.
Well...
wrecked.
Alright, that's... yeah, I mean...
And Divine Favor, what I just said. This is just insane for Sjow.
But there's no removal right now, and so
you dropped the Big Game Hunter, I think. You drop the Big Game Hunter because then you can put the race on, and every single minion that Paladin can drop is basically that has to attack. Right? An example, Anoatron will be
you can kill with your hero power.
Yeah. And then you have drop for your turn 3, which is Farseer, which is great because now you heal the Leper Gnome damage, right? And that's basically it.
Big plays here. If Sjow holds on to those Innervates, that could come and really punish him because there's a turn 2 abusive Leper Gnome here. Never mind, he found a Shredder for the perfect curve. He might have considered keeping them. I mean, you wouldn't have innervated a 3-drop here, would you?
Yeah.
I mean, that would have felt really weird.
Pew! Pew 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 pew! That's how it feels like when you drop those little minions. He's trading? Interesting.
Alright. Alright, so Sjow now...
What's the point in that? What do you think?
Maybe not playing into swipe so much, coming in the next few turns, but I really don't think it's that big of a deal.
Can you do that? I don't think you can play around swipe.
I agree. Not in this deck.
Yeah. Oh, and now Divine Favor is basically worthless.
And Savjz is like, well, he really had double innervate. This is not real. This is unreal. You can tell on Savjz's face. He's not very happy about that one.
Yeah, I really like to watch Savjz's game. He's like so interactive with the game.
Yeah, I was watching him. Was it yesterday? I think he was playing against the Druid, and he's like, you know what? It's funny that every card now gets a nickname. We have Doctor Balanced and Emperor Balanced. Savjz was completely in disbelief at what was going on in these games, but now Divine Favor is almost a dead card. He's gonna hope that his opponent draws really off curve.
Second farce is just wow.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Oh, he opted for hitting the.
Well, Savjz gets a good curve drop here. Gets to protect his board. Oh, could this be a snipe? And it is.
Wow!
Oh goodness! Wow, many apples were put on many minions' heads here.
Swipe now. Nope.
Oh, never mind. The keeper of the skill.
So what do you think about the wrapping for free and dropping the Big Game Hunter
instead?
Yeah.
You know what? I like that a lot better because for the long game, you're gonna get a good turn 6 with Keeper of the Grove and Hero Power anyway.
And the Big Game Hunter is useless anyway.
Yep, exactly.
That's why I would have dropped it in the first turn. You innervate Big Game Hunter and go for face for 4 points of damage. You basically force your opponent to kill it, or just whatever.
Oh man. And now Savjz is thinking to himself, I'll never get Divine Favor value until he plays Ancient. So he has to make his mind up.
He can have a King Mukla in his deck.
He probably does. I think this is one of the best cards to play in Aggro Pally by default. Well, he might not be playing it, but I would be very surprised not to see at least one. Still no Hobgoblin, and Sjow's just going to dump his entire hand to make sure no Divine Favor value is ever gained. Is that what's happening here?
I think so. This game won't go to turn 10. Unless you want to kill one creature, but at 20 points of luck, I think you have to. And you just put yourself in a spot when you can play Scenarios one turn before. That
is a great pickup here, right? So he's turning that Echoing Ooze into an Anoyotron. Echoing Ooze is now an Neutron. Oh man, this is so frustrating. You can have two Neutrons.
Still, it's not bad for the Paladin, you know?
No, for the Pally it's great. There's the Druid that's having a lot.
Oh! Never mind. Look at Savjz now.
What? Clapping his hands like great play, Sjow. That was an amazing top deck.
Outskilled.
Yeah. Skill Stone. He knows. Oh wow! And now he finds the Hobgoblin, but it's a bit too late.
Man, but imagine if that would work with the hero power and the Master for Battle.
I don't even know what to say here. If I'm Savjz, I don't know how I'm feeling. Not good is one thing.
Well, this is not a good draw.
Well, it could be very soon.
Yeah.
Depending on what he finds, but I like to wipe the board here if I'm the Druid. Just play on curve and...
You deny the
Savjz could come back.
Also. Jeeves from the top deck.
Oh yeah, that is going to bring Savjz back in the game.
But what do we do with... I mean, as a Druid, what do you do with the Jeeves? Do you leave it? Because you can draw 3 cards from that.
You would have to leave it at least one turn, right? And then maybe you kill it. But you have to find a swipe off the top. And we know that he's very good at it. Oh! That top deck! This is exactly what Savjz has needed. He's been on the back foot with that Divine Favor. Sjow is finally getting his own... a taste of his own medicine here.
Oh, this is insane. Now the 4-1 minion is basically wrecking Sjow because he has to trade with his face for that. Unless he draws a second swipe. Or Rev. Or...
I like this. I like Ancient of Lore here for heals, I think.
Yeah. You heal yourself. You heal yourself.
Power, make it a 6/6.
I think you play both bananas. He
can only play one.
Oh, when hero powers, but I would just go with
double banana.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's risky.
No, that's way better. No, never mind.
It still counts as Surumukla.
Yeah.
Divine Favor for 1 card. Find a true server champion. Be done with this game. Nope, that is not.
Still not bad. It will be alive.
Yeah. At the very least, it lives through a swipe top deck.
And you go for 5 points of damage to the face. That's so close to winning.
Oh, that's a great top deck for Sjow, though. Violet Teacher here. Not something you expect and see in Druid very much recently.
It was a card that was being played in with Token Druid with the Call of the Wild.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I'm actually working on something like that right now. I'm enjoying it quite a bit with the Druid of the Fang. I'm trying to make Druid of the Fang work because I saw somebody post about Druid of the Fang recently. They said they published Hemet because there was an internal build for Beast that was OP. So I'm trying to figure out what it was. Like, what is the Beast deck that Blizzard had internally that was just wrecking everything? And so far, I can't find it. It doesn't exist.
Oh, Emperor, pure value.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a massive innervate. I mean, if you reduce 0 mana cost, like by 1, I think you're getting infinite value.
Emperor balanced.
Whoa. Alright, he's not playing around True Server Champion because anyway he can't beat it. So he's going for the lethal next
around
round.
The second Cockhammer.
Yes and no.
Why no?
I mean, he is playing around it by denying one.
Oh, that's 1 turn too late. That's it.
Is he? Yeah, he's dead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing he can do. Wow.
Wow, that's so close. Now he will see even the 3 cards.
Echoing Ooze, a whiff. Oh, that's what he wanted. The taunt.
Yeah, the taunt was important, but still was not game winning. So he wouldn't have won the game anyway. And there was a scenarios.
Oh man.
Excellent. So
I don't even know. This was.
It didn't matter.
Crazy game.
Yeah, crazy game.
That was a crazy game.
Crazy game. And now we'll have Sjow with Mage. Okay, so Savjz will probably want to switch.
I think so, because if Sjow's playing a Mage deck, you really can't stick with this one. If it's Freeze Mage, which we've seen a lot of that from... I guess Complexity in general has been playing a lot of Freeze.
Against Freeze Mage, maybe the Paladin is not so bad. Because you have many Divine Shields, and those are super annoying for the Freeze Mage. And what you want to do is play the Divine Favor to draw 800 cards. Because you can do that against Freeze Mage, right?
Yeah, generally speaking you can, but you don't keep it bored.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't feel bad, that's for sure. At least for me.
Okay, well, I don't know. It's going to be mage versus mage, so we'll have to see. I know Savjz is also very... he feels very comfortable with freeze mage in general, right?
So we'll see a mirror match like last week.
It's going to be a little on the slow end.
Savjz lost the mirror match last week, right? Because of the Emperor. Like turn 8 Alexstrasza into Frostbolt for 1, Frostbolt for 1, Iceland for 0.
Wait, what? Really?
I think so. Wasn't that week? Was that the week before that? I mean, the last week?
It's possible. So. Maybe it's not in KPL because I don't really remember that too much. Because I think the cards weren't even out on EU at that point, unless I'm mistaken.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, that has been something different.
Yeah, it might have been the other thing.
Oh man, there's so many things going on in the scene. It's like so many tournaments.
Yeah, Blackrock Mountain is actually like I'm really liking where the decks are going with BRM. Things feel a bit like, you know what the big underrated card with BRM was? I think it's Grim Patron. Everybody was dismissing it as it's a fun but worthless card. And people have been doing really well with it, oddly enough.
Well, the Warrior is a legend deck, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a top tier deck, maybe not even a tournament deck. Well, maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't test it I didn't test it much, but I don't know.
All right, so it's gonna be seemingly Freeze Mage from Savjz versus Mech Mage from Sjow. So I think the Freeze Mage is gonna take this one pretty well in general, unless things go awfully wrong. And he's got the crucial Doomsayer. That is a very important
card.
Yeah, he's gonna throw the first one, so Sjow maybe misplays into Mad Scientist.
That's awful. Point. Unless he plays like 2 counter spells.
You know what would be amazing? See a Mech Mage pop out of silence here.
Oh wow, he's playing the Mad Scientist.
Oh,
well, he doesn't know there's the second Doomsayer in the opponent's hand, so...
Yeah, very well executed here by Savjz, guaranteeing a board wipe at some point down the road. But this may not be the mirror entity we fully expect. There have been a little bit... No, it's not counterspell. So we know that much, so it's probably not... Duplicate
or Vaporize. Or...
Spellbender?
Yes. No, it's
Spellbender is like... Spellbender is the card that you put in your deck, and then whenever it triggers, you're thinking to yourself, why am I not playing Counterspell instead?
Well, that's a great card against a Priest, and a Mark of the Wild Druid.
Oh my god, yeah. In Power of the Wild, right? With all the spells that they spawn with Valid Teacher?
Yeah.
That is definitely a good spot for it.
And it's also great for spare parts, you know?
Yeah.
Someone plays a spare part on his minion, then he triggers it on your minion. And in example, the Spellbender is 1/3, then you cast a spare part for attack, it will be 2/3.
So I have a question here, sorry for you, before you go on. Do you play Doomsayer here, or do you let the opponent overextend a little bit?
I think you play it.
Okay.
It has like such a huge value.
Yeah, it's a 3-for-1 guaranteed, 4-for-1 if you include the variant.
Wrecked.
I'm actually surprised that Sjow is surprised, because to me, it makes too much sense that he had the second Doomsayer. You know, when he throws the first one down on a Cogmaster...
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like Sjow could have known that there was a second one, but I mean, either way, you still have to put down minions at some point.
Mm-hmm.
That is the way you're gonna... I mean, you can't just keep them all in your hand forever.
True.
But playing the Mad Scientist might have been a bit of a mistake, and Savjz is going to be drawing. No more Doomsayers in that deck.
Frostbolt, not important.
It could come in handy.
I mean, not important now, because I was wondering about the reversing switch on the Acolyte and to ping it. But I'm not sure if that's worth it, you know?
It seems like a bit of a...
You don't really care about the draw of the Freeze Mage, because you can't deny that anyway.
At least it's very difficult.
Yeah. He will have like 8 or 9 cards anyway.
Well, he's got the Alexstrasza and the Archmage. Yep, that seems like a pretty good combination.
Now, where's the Emperor?
Oh man, if Savjz has the Emperor off the top, that would be a disgusting top deck. It would be insane. The amount of value you get with Archmage. I think Archmage Antonitis is one of the most you know, one of the cards that benefits the most from the Emperor. By quite a long shot. Oh, you know what? He doesn't even need that.
What do you think about low tap this turn?
It prevents Flame Strike, so I guess I'm okay with it. But ultimately, you're still playing into Nova, and you still can't attack, and then you're open to Flame Strike follow-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna go for Ice Barrier. Even with the Mad Scientist, he's just gonna punch face. Okay. Well, full face for Sjow here. No question. Now I like Mad Scientist number 2 for that Mirror Entity.
That's true.
That is a great time. Definitely a great time to use it.
Well, not great value because there's a second mirror Mad Scientist for Savjz in his hand. So it doesn't really matter. And you have no more traps.
Yeah, I mean he has to pop the Ice Block, but you're dead next turn to double Fireball Frostbolt. So Sjow is now dead unless he plays Counterspell in his deck. Or Kazan Mystic, which I don't think is very likely. I mean, if he sacrifices a Mad Scientist and picks up a Counterspell, this could be a big deal. Otherwise, he's just dead.
True. That's the only option to survive, not to win.
Or you trade away the Shredder to find the Vitality Totem, and then you're slightly out of range.
Impressive thought process.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really see anything else that could do it.
Well, you have to pop the block this turn anyway.
Yeah, he has to do it, but he needs to trade the Shredder to find... Well, never mind. Yeah, that's game.
So now you... Yeah, that's a very good order of doing that, because now your opponent has the Ice Barrier, but it didn't pop, and it doesn't really matter, because you have already played the Alexstrasza, so he won't be going up in the health points. So now what you want to do is use the Hero Power next turn to kill your opponent.
Yeah, but I mean, he already popped the 2 barriers.
Two? There were 2? Okay, never mind.
I'm pretty sure he did, but I might be mistaken. I'm pretty sure he popped
dead,
16 damage. Yeah, he is very dead.
Yeah.
They don't even need the Archmage here, and Sjow's gonna lose this game. I think this is a very favored matchup for Freeze Mage in general, because Mech Mage is such a board-centric deck, right? It's kind of like the whole Zoo Conundrum, where it's very hard to have anything stay on the board. And that Doomsayer, double Doomsayer start against a deck that runs Mirror Entities is definitely something you want to get.
It was very close anyway. Like, he popped the block, right? And there was no second block in Savjz's hand. But on the other hand, Savjz wouldn't play the Alexstrasza if he didn't felt super safe and just when he didn't feel that he can win the game instantly the next turn. Yeah, he knows that the Mech Mage doesn't run any heals. The only problem could have been the Counterspell.
Obviously, but
that cost him the game.
Yeah, that would have been like the one card, which is why I like to see Counterspell nowadays in Mage. I think it's a secret that's coming back, but you mostly see it in, the Echo Medivh Mage, the Tempo Mage. They tend to play Kirin Tor Mages to get themselves those Counterspells, those duplicates, those Mirror Entities. They typically play a huge array of secrets, and that is probably the deck where it belongs best. But, you play Counterspell in Mech Mage, and I feel like that's a tech that I really do like. It makes a lot of matchups easier. If you Counterspell a swipe from a Druid, you essentially just snowball out of control.
Yeah, it was mostly for mirror matches, because no one plays around Counterspell, and if you Counterspell a Fireball, you basically win. Even some players are like, on ladder of course, they see they have the lethal in hand, just go face with the minions first, and then Fireball goes last, and it gets Counterspelled, he doesn't have lethal anymore, and he use all his turn anyway, and then you're with your whole board and just wreck him.
Yeah, you just keep going face and you're fine. You don't even need to play a value game because he has to trade anyway. So you're the one who's going to be farther ahead. So, turns out Savjz is going to be going back to his Ebola Din to face off against the Mech Mage from Sjow. So he plays Freeze Mage on the off chance that it was a Mech Mage, gets the win, and then goes to his Paladin. That's going to be a very board, there's going to be a huge board competition, essentially. The weapons from Savjz is going to be important, very, very important to get value. And Sjow, as a result, is going to have to find himself a Snow Chugger to deny those weapons. That's really what you want to get as soon as possible.
The problem is like Argent Square turn 1 into Blessing of Might is something that you can't deny as a mage player.
8 damage,
basically, no, it doesn't really matter as a damage. It kills one of your mechs, and then it forces you to use the hero power for that.
Yep, you lose too much tempo trying to deal with it.
And that's the Cockhammer, which is really important. And True Silver Champion, which is great. But Goblin Blast Mage is also a very important figure.
Oh, that's a nice pickup.
So you drop Hobgoblin on turn 2, right?
Yeah, you coin it out, and then you play Echoing Ooze for the massive board, the biggest board, in fact. If your opponent doesn't have Frostbolt, you win. We could play Coghammer.
That's the only problem, the Frostbolt.
Yeah. But I really like this all-in play. It's that or Coghammer, right? Like, there's no other choice.
Oh, he goes for the Cockhammer.
Yeah. I can't blame him. It's fine. I mean, it forces the mage to deal with the Leopard Gnome again, and now anything that has 4 health dies anyway. Like, you can't play Spider Tank because it just dies.
Yeah, and it's very awkward to use the hero power this turn.
Oh man, look at that. Perfect here for Savjz. Gets the Hobgoblin uncontested. Perfect turn 4 with Argent Squire.
No, he won't play the Hobgoblin this turn. That's no way. There's no way. He will just play the hero power this turn, I think.
And Argent Squire? No.
No.
You want it next turn?
You want
so
to
just Haunted Creeper, maybe. I don't even hate
that. Use or Haunted. I think Haunted Creeper because that's the creature you want to die.
Yeah.
And Echoing Use is much better when you drop the Hobgoblin. So this turn will be Haunted Creeper or Hero Power, and next turn will be Hobgoblin with Argent Squire.
I like Hobgoblin now though.
Well, it was nice also the turn before that.
Yeah, not as nice because you can't really guarantee it's gonna live if there's any kind of ping play over the next 2 turns. You're gonna get at best Echoing Ooze and you haven't gotten value out of the Coghammer essentially.
The mage got 2 more draws from the in the entire game, so you know.
Oh man,
he could have drawn that Frostbolt, crucial Frostbolt. I think you dropped the Argent Squire. It has too much value. It's like basically a 4-mana minion. What's the name of the Blood Elf? 4-mana.
Silvermoon Guardian.
Yeah, Silvermoon Guardian. Yeah, that's it.
For 1 mana.
Basically, that's it. And now, how do you deal with 3 creatures that are 3/4 with a mage?
Yeah, I mean that's you get Flame Strike, but that's about it, and he doesn't run it in mech typically.
Now you have to trade that Piloted Shredder into a Hobgoblin. Oh, never mind.
Well, you want to play Blast Mage, but you're off curve. You're very much off curve here.
What about Frostbolt, Hobgoblin, kill 1 Ooze, play Mirror
Entity? Yeah. That is probably the line of play.
You have Mech Warper with Goblin Blast Mage next time.
He goes face. Alright, he's going to let Savjz make the trades.
That's not bad.
That makes sense because you know he has to sacrifice a minion for 1 health on a Shredder.
Why not Abusive Sergeant?
I feel like there's so... I feel like the Paladin here has the edge as far as damage output goes by a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does Sjow respond to this?
I didn't like the Argent Squire first, you know? How many points of damage is that? 3, 6, 9, 10, 12, 17, 21
there's
points
lethal
of damage.
If he doesn't deal with this board. There's lethal next turn, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So Goblin Blast Mage will be crucial this turn. So do you want to kill the Haunted Creeper? I don't think so. You want to put 1 damage on the...
You can't kill the creeper. You can't kill the creeper because if you do, you can't trigger the Blast Mage.
Oh yeah, right.
You have no mech.
Yeah, you have the Mech Mage, but you want to ping something.
Yeah.
So I feel the Goblin Blast Mage first is the best, and you want to hit 1 into Mukla. Oh. Okay, so you have to still kill the Mukla with the Piloted Shredder, right? Or just
buff it up. Actually, this is perfect. Banana on the 1/1, banana on the Shredder.
Oh yeah, and then you kill the they kill the Echoing Use. That's right. That's way better.
Yeah, and Savjz is going to be 4 off lethal, but that second True Silver charge would probably take the game afterwards.
5, 6, 8, 11, 16. Well, he has to trade if he anticipates the True Silver Champion.
Yeah. I think it's too dangerous not to.
Mm-hmm.
Way too dangerous. Against a deck like this.
And now Ghoul. Nope.
Master Swordsmith, not exactly what you want to see, but at the same time... Now Savjz also has to be careful, because there's a lot of damage on the board, but he found the taunt, so at this point, maybe not. Yeah, as you said, very big draw here. Allows him to just not really worry about the board too much, and put all his efforts going full face.
Is there a way out of this?
For
Flame
Sjow?
strike.
Yeah, that's it. And even then, you're still dead to weapon, second charge, so
Yeah, that's true.
that wouldn't even do it.
So Defend of August.
Oh wow, that would be a sick tech. But no, it's not there. Yeah, you could fireball your own face, you know?
Yeah, I wanted to propose that, but I didn't want to be rude.
No, but I think it's a great play.
Really?
It leads you... Well, it ends the game faster.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And it's less, APM than escape concede. So it's even more efficient. Yeah, and he goes for it. You see, I told you. It's obviously the best play here. Sjow recognized it.
That's your teammate.
Yeah, we would be on the same level, right? Like min-maxing the APM here, just like one action straight up, end the game instead of escape concede. He might have also not set up his macro keyboard to have the escape concede ready like I do.
Also for Diablo hardcore times.
Yeah, I'm good at that. I'm really quick. Now, that means Savjz has one deck left. His freeze mage, right?
It's
freeze mage is gone.
So he has the Warlock, which we didn't see yet.
Oh man, that's gonna be
If that's a demon lock, then it's slightly favored for Savjz.
I'd venture to say that, yeah. Against Mech Mage, typically that's the case. But, this can go very wrong. But I think it is a better matchup for Warlock than for Mage in this case.
I don't think Savjz will be the typical hand lock, right?
Well,
what about
I wouldn't put it past him. Fatigue Warlock.
Yeah, doesn't make sense, right?
Well, I mean, you can life tap. You can just not life tap, right? That's like the best way to win with Fatigue Warlock.
Yeah.
Just don't tap.
There's Jaraxxus and Faceless, so... Piloted Shredder and Faceless. So Arcane Golem? Somewhere in the deck? What do you think?
I don't know, I think so. There's a combo in there for sure with Emperor, I think.
Oh, that's not a bad draw.
It's a good way to contest an early board for Mech. Definitely.
So you keep the coin for the implosion. Right? Yeah. So that's an easy turn for Sjow though. Just drop the Mech Warper, go phase with the Cogmaster, then your next turn you have a Anoratron and Frostbolt if needed. Dark Bomb. No, that's a great
Dark Bomb, that's a greater draw than anything else.
Next turn you have the Implosion, which is super powerful.
I mean, the 1/1s can't be dealt with unless there's a mech on the board and the Blast Mage on the back end, so that's a huge requirement.
Counter spell bluff.
Nah, never. Savjz is not gonna fall for it.
But well, he will see it with the coin. He will use the coin anyway. And then if there's no counter spell, if there's a counter spell, you drop the Farseer and that's it.
Yeah.
Boom, free. Okay.
3 1/1s. That's
okay.
bad.
That's not bad.
They don't do much.
You trade one for one and drop Masterful Battle with the weapon. I think that's a good outcome.
Yeah, I like the Shredder a lot more here, though, now that you picked it up. Because the Nootron trades with the 1/1s, but it doesn't do anything else. I don't know.
Nootron Pink?
It's a one for one either way. It's just that the Shredder comes back as a body if he ends up trading the
I think I would favor the Piloted Shredder, you know?
Oh, another Dark Bomb. Man, Savjz's hand is crazy. I think Sjow's gonna run out of steam very fast here.
Mirror
That's a 2/1 for the Mirror Entity. Prevents the Blast Mage.
Yeah, that's a very good move from Savjz here to kill off the Anoratron instead for going for value. Now the Piloted Shredder is so off curve. So do you drop Snow Tracker and ping the Owl?
It's as off curve, but I think, I was gonna say it's as off curve as the other play. Oh wow. Savjz is safe beyond belief. It's not even funny here.
Demon Heart to draw.
Oh my goodness! And he gets the worst outcome.
I don't think Sjow can pull it off anymore. That's impossible, right? Maybe Antonidas with 8 spare parts, but
Dr. Boom with a Time Rewinder would be pretty crazy. That might help, but there's a BGH in Savjz's hand, never mind that. Trogzor. There you go. If he plays Trogzor, this is going to be a great tempo play.
And Savjz will draw Abuser Sergeant and Big Game Hunter it anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Never mind me.
You use power overwhelming to kill it? Yeah, I think you do. And then
Yeah,
you
you could,
heal for
because the
5,
Dodge does.
but you are 30, so it doesn't really matter.
35 health, Warlock! Integer overflow.
Great draw, my friend.
Checka.
Using the fireball on a minion feels so bad when you play against Warlock.
He's at 30 health on turn... Like, I just want to point this out. It's turn 7, and he's at 30 health with the 1-2 taunt on board and a Jiraxis on the back end.
Well, if you want
no.
to deal 15 points of damage, but to yourself, that's a good draw.
Yeah, it's a crazy draw. You can help the mage. Oh, wow.
So do you fireball the 3-3?
Such value. I think you just ping it and let it trade. Yeah. Let it trade. Let
Defender
it
of
trade.
Argus. Arcan Golem. I said it. Emperor. Okay, that's great. You dropped the Emperor.
Yeah,
kill,
I think so.
Kill Chugger, right? No, kill Mech Warper. Doesn't really matter. You should
Doesn't
kill
matter.
TP.
I'd kill a Chugger because it's better, but...
Oh, you're right. He has like 1 card in his hand.
8 mana Jiraxis with the 2 mana Infernal is probably one of the best ways to use Emperor. You get to play a 6/6 right away.
Now the Fireball will deal with the Emperor, but that doesn't really do anything.
Well, actually, right now, his Sjow top decks are really, really strong. Oh, well, that's gonna help with the blood, the Mortal Coil.
Well, what about just
Oh my
Arcan
god.
If he didn't draw the finals, he would just Arcan Golem into Yeti and use the Mortal Coil anyway.
No, you play Hellfire Coil here.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying that... Oh, he goes for the Arcan Golem. So he goes for my play.
Yeah, that's a good play.
That's a good draw. And he gets the Stealth Cloak for
Yeah,
his
you put that on
Jiraxis.
Jiraxis. Yeah, exactly.
Drake into... That's not bad. I was like looking for the options. What can you draw with that? 4 to face. That's nothing we want to do.
Yeah, and there's a Hellfire coming up, but he can with the Blood Mage Thalnos, that's as good as it's gonna get, I think.
Do you have to drop the fans? You just want
Yeah.
to cycle the deck, right?
Well, you just want to deal 4 to everything, so...
Oh, true. Siphon Soul? Never mind.
Man, Show's been on the back foot all game, and Savjz still has options. Show's used 2 fireballs. There's really an Archmage left, maybe that would help, but... Well, he could get a Jiraxis.
Let's analyze the Savjz lineup. He played the Warlock, which is great against Mech Mage, right? Then he played a Paladin, Aggro Paladin, which might be good against Warlock. I mean, good against Mech Mage.
As well, yes.
Yes. And then he played the Freeze Mage, which is great against Mech Mage. So his strategy was to kill the Mech Mage. And he knew that Sjow will bring one. At least he made the assumption. And he hit that, like, he hit the nail right into his head.